Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, Waha Harakakwadash, and of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim that are preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. This is St. John, chapter 10, and verse 10. It says, "The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy." This thief is referring to the man who is in power today, who is Esau, the so-called white man. This man was set up for nothing more than to harass us and take what was ours, what is ours. He is set up to do these things because we transgressed the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And the Lord told us, through Moses, that if we transgress, if we break that covenant, that he's going to set up nations over us, and they're going to rule us, and we're going to have to come to them for the one of all things. Now, it does tell you in Esdras, the second book of Esdras, that this world was created for our sakes. And why don't we possess an inheritance in this present world? Because we transgressed. We have to bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him. Therefore, these other nations stole the world from us, starting with Esau, the so-called white man. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and destroy, and to destroy. And that's all he's doing. He stole the world from us. Because there was a time where our iniquity had an end. And we were supposed to be told who we were, why this took place. And this man is doing nothing but killing our people, man. He wants to destroy us as a nation. When you read Psalms 83, it goes into how all these nations are gathered together under Esau, the so-called white man, to keep us from realizing who we are. It says so that the nation of Israel will not be remembered, so that we don't remember our heritage and repent and come back to the Lord. But as the scripture says, the blade shall spring forth, meaning the truth eventually is gonna be revealed. Starting with the elect, the 1/3. All right. So this man, he is set up for nothing more than to steal, to kill. And here's a good little example. This brother GMS Shapaya posted, "Thanks killing American Indian Removal Act / Louisiana Purchase." Which took place, I want to say, was it like the 1600s, 1500s? All right, so just to speak on that for a second, while the Indian Removal Act was to push, Gad and Reuben further west. So you get the whole genocide, took place against the, Gadites and Reubenites. Gadites are you so-called Native Americans, and you Reubenites are you so-called Seminole Indians. Then it was the Louisiana Purchase. That also affected you tribes as well. And also Levi. But, it was, targeting Gad and Reuben. Primarily Reuben, because Reuben lived in those marshlands, the swamp of the South right there, Louisiana, Florida. That's where Reuben was, the Seminoles. And that was prophecy being fulfilled of John, what we just read in John 10, chapter 10. Okay. This man, Esau, he wasn't set up to be our friend. Okay, he wasn't set up or created for our benefit. Okay, he was created to be a chastisement against us. Okay, to be a cruel ruler. Okay, because we went off as a nation. So the Lord set him up to pretty much be an asshole. Okay, against us as a nation. And he is a clear sign of that thief that came just to fuck with us, to steal from us, to kill us, to destroy us as a people. Look at our people to this day. They're destroyed. Okay, our people are not calling themselves Israelites. They're not calling themselves Gadites, Reubenites, Ephraimites, Manassites, Judites. Okay, they're calling themselves Negroes. They're calling themselves Hispanics. Okay, they're calling themselves Native Indians, which the word Indian means savage. All right? We are not a savage people. We are a civilized people. All right? Now, there was something that I wanted to speak on. I'm going to go back. Oh, right here. Right here. Okay, this man, has this set up, which is called the Georgia Guidestones. And in these Georgia Guidestones, he pretty much is telling you how do I say this? In these Guidestones, he's telling you, the fundamentals, if you will, of his New World Order. All right, Esau, the so-called white man, aka the thief, the murderer, slanderer, the devil. All right, within these Guidestones, he has those fundamentals, which is, some of them is first and foremost to keep the population, below 500 million, all right, or at 500 million. Which means he has to do a whole lot of killing. And the way they plan to do that is through the vaccines, all right? Through pestilence by way of their FDA and medical field. Okay, those vaccines, those jabs, all right, to keep the population under 500 million. Another way is war, violence, okay? Having total control with the microchip, which is known as the mark of the beast. He could just equip people and send vibrations to where you can't produce anymore, or just instantaneously put you to death. All right, and another one is to keep mankind in balance with nature. Okay, so not only are they going to be killing people, they're going to be killing animals. Look at what Esau, the so-called white man, is known for: exterminating people. Man, he's a genocidal maniac. All right, look what he did to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. This man is not for our benefit. Not just us, but the wildlife. Okay? Look what he does to nature himself. Fracking. Alright, drilling into the earth, getting that oil, which is like lubricant or blood of the planet. Alright? When he well knows, because we well know, that there is natural fuels that you can use to fuel vehicles. I mean, look at these dudes that drag race and street race. They're using fuel made of corn, which is called E85. You know, they're actually using fuel made from corn. And he sells it at his gas stations. You could go and, I believe, buy it at Shell. You know, other places, I think 76 has it. And it's well known. And not just corn fuel, but you can actually run motors on water. And he knows this. Okay, but he'd rather destroy. All right. That's why when this man gets stripped out of rulership, nobody is going to miss this man. All right. Nobody is going to miss these damn devils, man. Okay, this is Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You see, when God's chosen people are in authority and rulership, the people of the earth are going to rejoice, man. Starting with us first and foremost, of course, we're going to rejoice. Okay, like that nigga Jay Stalin, which is a Oakland, California rapper. He has a song, and it's like, I think it's called Every Day's My Birthday. Okay. Well, in the kingdom, it's going to be every day's our birthday, because we're actually going to be living, thriving. We're actually going to be progressing as a nation, as a whole. Okay. And then through us, is going to be the healing of these nations, man. Okay, we're not a malicious people. History proves that the children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, we're not an entirely malicious people. Okay, the Spaniards, starting with Colombo, Christopher Colon, or Christopher Columbus, if you will, when they came here to the Americas, he said these people are so peaceful and docile towards us, we could conquer them with 1,000 men. We could conquer this whole island with 1,000 men. Okay, they call us Taínos. All right, which goes back to the Hebrew word tawab, which means good. Okay, because the way we treated them. All right, we respected them. Okay, and not just us. Look at the other tribes. Okay, Gad, the Native Americans, how they treated the Pilgrims when they came here, taught them how to live off the land, traded with them.
Francisco, you know me?
Okay, so history proves that, we weren't a malicious people. We are not. So when we're in power, everybody is going to rejoice. Now, of course, those that go off, they sin, transgress the laws, statute, commandments, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, these other nations, because that's going to be the law of the universe, as it is to this day. It's going to forever be the law of the universe. As Yahushai said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. Okay? So the law is still intact, every single one. The only thing that was done away with is sacrificing for sin. All right, that's the only thing that was done away with. Because Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, was that ultimate sacrifice for our sin. Okay? It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And who's in rulership? The wicked. Okay? That's why everybody is in mourning. Catching hell. That's why you got them Arabs, so-called Arabs, them Syrians, worried about a bomb being dropped on them. Worried of some fucking GI, American soldier, running through their home and raping their mom, putting their father to death, grandparents, grandmother, putting their siblings, their children to death. People are mourning because the wicked is in rulership. See, in our kingdom, these nations are not going to have to go through that. Okay? Yeah, when they break the law, okay, then they're gonna receive justice that's due. They will be put to death. But they're gonna know what time it is. See, with Esau, he just goes through and takes what he wants. He's the thief. He just goes through and kills who he wants. He's a murderer. He just goes through and destroys whole countries, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, not saying that these heathen are spiritually righteous, but some of them have morals that are righteous, and it destroys them mentally as a people. Look what's going on in Afghanistan. You got the women marching out there for liberation, when that liberation is nothing but a way of oppressing them. Okay, when women's liberation hit here in America, it was not to give women freedom. Okay, all women's liberation was to get the man out of the house and to tax the other half of these citizens. Because before, women weren't working like that. They weren't outside their homes. Okay, now with women's lib, they're working. So now they're taxable by the government. Slovakia kind of got a sidetrack. But, yeah, these nations are not going to have to go through what Esau's putting through when we're in authority. Okay. And this just shows you, man, that this guy, he isn't beneficial to life. Okay, he's contrary to life. Alright, that's why the things he does is to destroy you. Okay, the foods, they're genetically modified with organisms that are not natural to that product, to that produce. Okay, the corn, forget about it, man. Real corn, if you ask your grandparents or your great-grandparents what corn looked like when they were growing up, and they tell you that the corn was different colors. Okay, there was blue corn. Okay, there was corn that had brown and white and yellow all on one cob. Okay, just like the chickens, right? The chicken that you eat, I'm not going to speak on these companies, but I've actually worked for a company that's well known here in Northern California, and that company, all the chickens look alike. Okay, down to the same blemish, and I believe they are either clones or just on point inbred. Okay, because chickens, there's different types of chickens, okay, that produce different color eggs. When you go to the supermarket and you buy chicken, like poultry to eat, like meat, if it's in your ability, try to purchase, what do you call it? Free range, okay? The kind that's not treated with antibiotics, And if you're purchasing eggs, okay, make sure, if it's in your ability, like I keep saying, if you want to eat better, you want to do better for yourself, for your family, for your children, Purchase colored eggs, man. Blue chicken eggs. Green chicken eggs, brown chicken eggs, white chicken eggs, I'd stay away from. All right. Now, of course, if you're not sinning, but if you want better, all right, make sure you get colored chicken eggs. Brown, blue, green. Okay. Same thing with onions, like, red onions are better for you than the white ones. Okay, red garlic. It's better for you than white garlic. Just rice. Brown rice is better for you than white rice. If you want to go to the extreme, get that black rice, okay, which is called forbidden rice. They say it's black. I mean, you purchase it, it looks black, but when you boil it or cook it, however you do what you do, it's actually purple. And just like Esau, right? We call him the so-called white man. Because really, ain't nobody on the earth white, all right? You get a piece of paper, white paper, like printer paper, hold it against anybody on the earth. They don't match that tone. Or a can of paint, a can of white paint. Go and see if anybody matches that tone of paint. They don't. Okay, we say so-called white man because he is self-proclaimed white. He calls himself white because the interpretation of white is, clean, holy, righteous, okay, positive. Then he pushes black on Judah, which is the head tribe. Okay, and black, nobody's black. We're all different shades of brown and different shades of red. Okay, nobody's white, nobody's black. You're either brown or red. All right, he's really the red man. And what it is he's translucent. All right, his blood shows forth through his flesh because he lacks melanin. Now, the reason I mention this is because just like he is, he lacks certain nutrients. He's got to take vitamins because their bodies can absorb, certain benefits of nature, such as sunlight. They say sunlight gives you, helps your body produce melanin and vitamin D. Well, he can't get that naturally. Okay, naturally, the sun messes with him. Okay, so he's got to take all these supplements. Well, just like him, he lacks these nutrients, these chemicals. All right, such as melanin. Well, white vegetables, fruits, certain other elements that are white, it's lacking something. All right, people with diabetes and health problems should avoid white rice, white fruits and vegetables. Even sugar, right? Sugar in its natural state isn't white. Okay. The reason why you go to the grocery store and you find that white sugar is because they bleach it. They wash it. But if you go find raw sugar, organic, it's going to be brown, have little black specks, brown specks. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this lesson. Hey man, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and destroy. And the wicked, when the wicked beareth rule, man, people catch hell. People are in mourning. The foods, it's all fucked up. The water, the air we breathe. The air we breathe is not even air. Okay, it's a small percentage of actual air. The rest of it is heavy gases, man. Okay, just like the water you're drinking. You go home and you turn on that faucet, even if you got a filter, the filter can't take out everything. It's got boron in it. It's got fluoride, which these things kill. Okay, and he'll tell you it's beneficial for your teeth. Which, even if it is beneficial for your teeth, when you look up the definition of what fluoride is, it's poison. It puts holes in your brain. It kills you. All right? So yeah, man, this man he's the devil, okay? About it until this devil is destroyed. So with that, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, and of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well. At Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect.